This little square here that I hold in my hand, this is a very thick, very tough version of essentially what a diver's wetsuit is made out of, and this is what has to go underneath the footpath aluminium surface of this Millennium Bridge that we're standing on to insulate it from the steel superstructure below. And while it might have a long way to go before it's as popular as European football, you know, the stuff that you kick with your foot, if today is anything to judge by, it's certainly got its fans. One of the brand new offerings of this flagship HMV store is the fact that, among other things, it offers a little performance space down on the lower ground floor for local grassroots London artists. And if they want a chance to be able to sing in store live, well, they've just got to get in contact with the store manager here for a chance to sing in front of a live audience. 1, 2, 1, 2. Sadiq Khan is likely to win a comfortable victory in a third term as Mayor of London. That's according to the latest exclusive YouGov survey for Queen Mary University of London's Mile End Institute. The polling results put Sadiq Khan well ahead of his biggest rival, Conservative candidate Susan Hall. And the conflict is also having political ramifications for both the Prime Minister Rishi Sunak and the leader of the Labour Party, Sir Keir Starmer. Both leaders have been criticised publicly for not using a specific word, ceasefire, in their public proclamations on the Israeli-Hamas conflict, opting to choose instead to word their desire for humanitarian pauses or other similar phrases. There have been several Tories, that is, members of his own party, who have publicly called for the Prime Minister Boris Johnson to resign, and we even know that last week there was a Tory MP who defected. He crossed the aisle.
Tackle 3! 1, 2, 3!
There we go.
If their aim was to leave a positive impression of American football, well, you can certainly see that their strategy was very effective. This was the glittering reaction when one of the players allowed one of the students to try on his Rolex watch.
It's definitely growing. Like in the US, it's a religion. Everyone has their own ties to it, whether it be high school, college, or the NFL. There's just a lot of history there.
As you can see with the kids out here, they ask a lot of questions about players, and they know a lot of players in the NFL, so it's pretty cool.
The UK and Germany come in at second and first, respectively, as NFL markets in Europe. Who would be your team then? Not your English football team, but your NFL team?
Raiders. I even got a hat.
Well, the Winter Wonderland is an annual event in London in Hyde Park, and it lasts for weeks. But the Wishes of Christmas morning, well, that's a one-off. But organisers are hoping that with the popularity of this event and the fact that it allows some kids who otherwise wouldn't necessarily have a chance to enjoy it, well, that it too might become a regular annual part of the Christmas in London calendar. The new flagship store rising from the very same spot the first HMV store opened around a century ago.
It's a fantastic vote of confidence in the future of Oxford Street as a retail destination, but also a great example of reinventing retail.
For any retailer, Oxford Street is still the busiest and most high-profile location in the country. But for us, the building has got unique significance because it's the first HMV store in 1921.
Well, it's just fantastic to be able to touch and feel records.
We just love madness. I mean, it's been a thing all my life. My dad loves madness. It's just something I've grown up with.
So you're here to see the band?
Oh, obviously. I'm at HMV also.
So you've travelled from Wolverhampton to be here?
We certainly have.
So that means you must be keen on HMV?
And madness.
And madness.
but I'm glad the store's opening up again. It's been closed for too long.
There does seem to be a bit of a running theme here. Madness, madness, and madness. The British band behind the counter signing autographs. Did you manage to find what you were after?
I certainly did, and I've got them here, and I've been after these for weeks now.
Calls from London business groups are urging the Chancellor to scrap a tourist tax imposed on overseas travellers to the UK when they purchase goods and services. Business group Business LDN submitted a report to the Treasury on Wednesday saying that reinstating a tax-free shopping scheme in the UK for international holidaymakers would have a huge flow-on benefit, allowing cities like London to take advantage of greater inward revenue from tourists tourists, which it's currently missing out on compared to international counterparts like Paris, Milan, in fact, cities in most other European countries, which do offer VAT-free shopping schemes for international visitors. Now, what is the tourist tax? I mean, that's a nickname. What is it actually?
Yeah, exactly. Look, most other countries now allow international visitors to reclaim the VAT that they pay on their goods that they buy here and things like that. The UK doesn't offer that.
From this rainy rooftop overlooking Regent Street, we have lit the Regent Street Christmas decorations for another year. Now they will be lit from 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. every day right through until early January, with the exception of New Year's Eve, where they will stay on longer. Simon Anderson, London Live.